Few plants are capable of producing such a shocking effect as the fruits of the low shrub Capsicum annuum, or even hotter, Capsicum frutescens, chili pepper, which is used in Tabasco sauce. They owe their pungency to an alkaloid called capsaicin, which arose during evolution like many other plant alkaloids. It serves to protect against being eaten by animals. Its greatest concentration is in the seeds, so removing the core and seeds significantly reduces the pungency. Since capsaicin does not dissolve in water, there is no point in drinking water after consuming pepper. The burning sensation will not decrease. Capsicum annuum grew wild in Mesoamerica and was highly valued by the Aztecs. It made dishes from milpa crops, maize, beans, pumpkin, tastier, and it was also added to chocolate. Wild chile, a word from the Nahuatl language meaning red, began to be collected in 7000 BC and was already cultivated around 4000 BC. By the time of the Spanish conquest, there were many shapes, sizes, colors, and degrees of heat. Chili was known both in North America and the Caribbean islands. Columbus saw it during his first voyage to the New World. Columbus saw that the use of chili peppers was common among the Taino Indians in Santo Domingo, mistook it for Piper nigrum from the East Indies, and was strengthened in his delusion that he had found a western passage to these islands. The two plants are not related to each other, but the word pepper has stuck as a common name for the genus Capsicum, especially for the larger, sweeter varieties. Diego Alvarez Chanza, a doctor on Columbus's expedition, brought chili peppers to Spain, where they immediately became quite popular. It turned out to be easy to grow in these latitudes, and this caused great concern among traders in the extremely profitable black pepper. European sailors soon introduced new tastes to the countries of Asia, Africa, and Brazil. Chili quickly became such an organic element of Indian cuisine that it is difficult to believe its relatively recent appearance there. One of the fathers of Renaissance botany, Leonard Fuchs, even considered it an original plant of India. Like most new additions to the table, chili peppers were also considered medicine. They were credited with the properties of warmth and dryness, capable of resisting cold and wet ailments, just like black pepper. However, chili pepper never became a mainstay in medicine and is now used only as a seasoning. The main producers of chili peppers are Mexico and India. There are more than a dozen varieties, very diverse in taste and spiciness. Most modern varieties come from Capsicum annuum, but the seeds of Capsicum frutescens are used to make cayenne pepper. Paprika is the main seasoning in Hungarian cuisine. It also varies in degrees of spiciness and shades of sweetness. Besides Capsicum annuum and Capsicum frutescens, several other capsicum species are locally important. For example, Capsicum chinense is popular in the Caribbean. Despite the name, it has nothing to do with China. Just like the species called annuum, translated from Latin as annual, it is not an annual. When Carl Linnaeus in the 18th century gave it this name, he was guided by the behavior of the plant in European conditions. In tropical countries, capsicum is a perennial. Pepper, Capsicum baccatum, was probably domesticated in Bolivia, although its distribution ranges from Peru to Brazil. In South America, it is called ají, and cultivated varieties are extremely highly valued for their delicate bouquet and varied flavors. The figure shows examples of the diversity of shapes, colors, and sizes in capsicum cultivars. Their pungency is measured in Scoville scale units, SSU, developed by the American pharmacist Wilbur Scoville in 1912. For sweet or bell peppers, this figure is 0, since it contains no capsaicin at all. And for long, red cayenne, it is in the range from 30,000 to 50,000 ECU. The difference is determined by a combination of genetic characteristics of the variety and growing conditions.